a series on the channel which takes phobias and turns them into some rather cool and interesting artwork designs. It's the Phobias of Dragon episode, and it's been a while since we've done one, but as you might have guessed from the title and the thumbnail, that's what we're doing today. So let's bring these illustrations to life.
Well now, looks like we're a bit overdue for some lessons from good old Erronfold's Dragonopedia. The knowledge passed down through the ages by adventurers. Some of these I've had the pleasure of slaying. Others were a fine match for the adventurers they did battle with. However, today I'll be covering some of the more frightening dragons to be recorded. Dragons that to some might seem ridiculous, while others will be shaking in their boots. They'll be classed as phobias that are dragons in the world where I come from. First up is what you'd call Xuegachephobia. A bit of a mouthful, that one, but in short, it's a fear of ice cream trucks.
You're serious? There's a fear of ice cream trucks? Who in their right mind would be scared of an ice cream truck? I mean, the truck hitting you, a huge 2-ton plus metal object? Sure. But the ice cream truck? And you said it's a dragon. That's gonna look a little bit stupid, isn't it?
There's always one.
What do you mean?
Just pin back your ears and let me tell you a story about this dragon. Maybe after, you'll have a newfound respect for this beast. Or perhaps you too will come to fear this one as well. Either way, let's begin, shall we? The story takes place in a realm much like your own, where there's all kinds of vehicles like trucks and such like. Those who live in this place dare not wander out at night, or when they hear the terrifying sound of the beast that haunts them. Children completely unaware of the danger around them. Those who have survived and grown up know the perils that await any who are ignorant of this beast. When this beast spots its prey, and normally that prey be children, there this beast's flavour of the choice. It sends out an alluring tune, one that even in this dimension, children run towards when they hear its sound. Can you guess what that sound is, lad? Well, I tell you, it's a sound that brings joy to those who hear it in your world.
I'm guessing it's probably going to be the sound of ice cream trucks. You know, the ice cream jingle, since it's an ice cream dragon thing.
Oi, lad, that was the sound indeed. Seems you're not scared. Well, imagine that you're travelling down an empty street at night. A wee lad, about 6 or 7, and you suddenly hear a sound. One that starts off faint, echoing through the empty streets, getting louder and louder. Bless the sound echoes of anything that's near. You can't tell where it's coming from, only that's getting closer and louder. You start to panic and run, your small heart beating faster and faster as fear sets in. Exhausted after running, as fast as your tiny legs can take you. Each time you stop to catch your breath, the sound pauses, long enough to bring a ray of hope. It starts again, faintly at first, making you wonder if it's real, or it's just the fear and panic settling in from being chased by something unknown. As you start to find a place to hide, too exhausted to run, you can't help but peek out in curiosity. You hear a different sound, something heavy stomping on the ground. That too getting closer and closer. A new sound can be heard, the sound of something scraping. As the sounds get closer, you hear the tune again. This time it's right across from you in the shadows. You stop, motionless. Despite being hidden, frozen in fear as you stare at the direction of the tune, you see a pair of eyes looking right at you. But it couldn't be looking at you. How could it know where you are? It's looking right at you. This beast's eyes focused on you. You keep telling yourself, it must be your imagination. It can't see you. It really can't. It just looks as if it can. You dare not move, too afraid of being noticed if you do. You blink, and the eyes are gone. You look around in a panic, but there's nothing there. Then you realise the tune is gone as well. A feeling of relief washes over you as you begin to make your way back, leaving the hiding place. Getting a few meters away, far enough that you won't make it back to cover. Then you step on something, thick and sticky, pink in colour. As you look down, you realise it's cool to the touch, but by then it's too late. You hear the start of the tune and look up, but the beast has already got you in its claws. A muffled scream that lasts for a second as your life drains from your cold, frozen corpse, and you become this dragon's latest meal.
I agree that scenario would be a little bit terrifying, but it's an ice cream truck. It's not like it's the undead or something.
So it'd be an undead dragon you'd be after. Good old Erronfold has fought one of those beasties. Although they're hard to kill, this one is one that managed to escape such a fate. The fate of joining my slaying list. Either way, let me tell you about the beast. Good old Erronfold was out on a quest to see what's happening with a town way out on the borders of the Vale of Aspire. A kingdom that wasn't the most powerful, but was a trading route with several powerful lands. 'Twas a task given to yours truly, thanks to word from a beast-slaying talent, which had spread far and wide throughout the land.
Are we learning about dragons? Is this a story about your glory days?
Patience, lad. A good story is like a fine ale. It needs time to build flavour and to get to the good part. And as I was saying, I travelled to a small town ready to face off against the unknown monster that was there. Rumour was 'twas a dragon, but not like any other dragon known to man. This one wouldn't die. No matter how many times it was cut or stabbed, the town folk said even its heart was pierced. A feat that would kill any dragon and grant fame and glory to those who dealt the final blow. Alas, this was not the outcome that happened. The beast did fall for a short time while it lay motionless, and for all intents and purposes slain. That was until the creature suddenly came back to life. Well, more like came back as an undead beast, one that neither breathed nor felt pain, yet it still attacked and maimed those who'd slayed it. Well, that was just what I was told. So you know what good old Erronfold did next. I ventured into the forest in search of this undead beast, finding a slew of corpses along the way, all torn to pieces by large dragon claws. After travelling deep into the forest, I finally came across an area that smelt like rotten flesh. It wasn't long till I saw pieces of decayed flesh all over the floor, some from this beast's prey, others from the beast itself. It was at this point, even with my strong stomach, the stench even made yours truly feel weak for a moment or two. That was until I saw the beast, just laying there. However, this was not a simple dragon no more. The beast had undergone a strange form of transformation. Not only did it take on more rotten, flesh-torn appearance, but the prey it killed, well, parts of the corpses it brought back and ate. I'm not sure if it summoned them. They came out of a hole in the beast's stomach, or after being eaten, well, the parts of the corpses it brought back and ate. Then, well, I'm not sure if it summoned them. They came out of a hole in the beast's stomach after being eaten, or
why did you stop?
Well, 'twas far from pretty foot, but since you asked, lad, I'll tell you, but be warned. If you don't like it, on your head be it. You asked for it. After being eaten, if the beast did spawn these undead minions, well, there's only one other place it could come from, and that's from behind it.
From behind it? I don't get it. Oh, you mean from...
Aye, lad, from what some might call its derriere. And seeing as this beast is undead, you can imagine the stench as well as the image of that happening. Thankfully, though, there were no other minions created. At least, not while good old Erronfold was there. Till this day, I still count my lucky stars for the mercy. This beast raised its head. Half of its face was missing, leaving its skull clear in sight. Its wings were torn and chunks of flesh were missing from its body. A hole near its unbeating heart could be seen, while a little lower its stomach was split open, large enough to see some of its innards spilling out. This was a true dragon, for the fear known as Kinemortophobia, fear of zombies, more commonly known as the undead. And this zombie dragon was certainly one that could strike fear into the hearts of many. Shame it got away though. Was looking forward to slaying the beast, but its wretched minions got in the way as it flew off. They weren't hard to finish off, but being undead, they did take a wee bit of time to deal with.
Artwork free. Okay, that one was a bit scarier. I guess zombies in most dimensions can infect others by the sounds of things.
Aye, lad. However, that last one was a bit of an interesting one. Though most won't be afraid of this one in name. When this beast chases you, I'm sure even you lot here will be afraid if you met this dragon for real. You'll be running away in fear. Well, and after that, this dragon is from the fear known as Kanayaphobia, the fear of chainsaws. As good old Erronfold has said, this might not sound terrifying a beast until you meet the thing in person. This beast, covered in the blades of one of those chainsaw things, spikes on its back and wings, made from those rotating blades, a giant saw on its tail. This beast is green in colour with orange eyes and underbelly. Believe it or not, this beast could fly, even with wings made out of metal blades. It was a sight to see, but you could tell this beast was near. It was a sight to see, but you could tell when this beast was near. As it flew through the air, the blades spin, making a terrifying humming sound, which gets louder and louder as the menacing creature draws close. Chasing down its prey, nothing can get in this beast's way. Trees, rocks, and even some metal structures get cut down by its fast and lethal blades. If the blades can cut down those items with ease, imagine how swift it can slice, or rather shred through the mightiest of armors, let alone any man. This dragon rules with an iron fist and a gluttonous rage for slaughter. It dominated its territory, slaughtering thousands before resting for a few years, letting the fear of its unknown awakening fill their hearts. Whenever the people of this region hear a sound similar to those wretched blades, their hearts sink and despair sets in, rushing for a place to hide, knowing full well that any place can be pierced by its whirling blades. It's always when the people feel the most hope that this beast will awaken and wreak havoc, feasting on the chaos and madness it creates. This beast likes to lay in wait, its blade still as it hides in a nest of debris, waiting for the time to strike its first victim, so the screams can echo across the land, followed by its roar.
Don't tell me, you fought and slayed this one.
Arr, I wish, lad, but good old Erronfold here has not had the pleasure of fighting this one. Though, given the chance, I'd love to fight the beastie. My blood boils to the thoughts of it. Perhaps I should ask for a bit of time off to go and slay this one. Wonder how long it'll take to finish it off. I doubt one of Nexum's armors will work against it. Arr. Wait, where was I in the story about this one? Well, never mind, I think we can cut this one short. Hey lad, wanna join me on a wee adventure? We can go and fight with this last beastie. Are you up for it? Are you yellow?
What do you guys think of these phobias as dragons? I hope you like how the artwork turned out. I feel they've progressed a lot better since the last Phobias as Dragons episode in the series. And I have to say my favourite one is the undead zombie dragon. I'm not sure why, but I really got into the horror feel for this one. I had a lot of fun doing the kind of the blood texture and the kind of glistening effect on it, which was really cool. Now a question for you guys. Do you have any phobias you'd like me to draw as something on the channel? How about let me know in the comments below the phobia and what you'd like to see it as. Maybe we could start a new series, or we can add them, if they haven't already been done, to this Phobias as Dragon.